I'm going to show you how to create a virtual machine on a Server 2016. So I'm going to create two virtual machines, and we're going to go to Tools, Hyper-V Manager, still working. Alright, so this is the server, so we're going to install it on this server. So you can click right click, New Virtual Machine, or right here. So you click New Virtual Machine. Click Next. So we're going to name it VM Virtual Machine 1. And this is, we're going to go with a default location. But if you don't want it, you can change it to a different location. Next. So this is Generation 1, Generation 2. Generation 1 is for the older version. Generation 2 is for newer version, which has more features. So we're going to, for the first virtual machine, we're going to go with the first generation. Click Next. Then we're going to size it for 1 gig, 1024. And we have a option in here, use dynamic memory for this virtual machine. For this particular virtual machine, we're not going to use dynamic memory, but if you want, you can use it. Next. So this is like a network configuration. Click this box. So we have external and internal networks. So in this purpose, we're going to click on the external. We connect it to the internet through the external network. Click Next. Okay, so in here, you're going to create a virtual hard disk. So this is the name. You can change it if you want to, .phd, vm1.phd. And this is the default location. If you want browse, click Browse and change it. So the size, 127 gigs, you can change it. I'm going to change it to 50 gigs. But you can change it to any number. And use an existing virtual hard disk if you have it, or attach a virtual hard disk later. So we're going to create this, click Next. And we have installed an operating system later, or install it right now. So for this purpose, I don't have any installation disk or iOS file to install the operating system, but this is how we can do it. You click over here and click the browse here and find it where you saved it. Then from there, then click Next, and you can install it. That's how you install it. But right now, I just pass on it because I don't have it. Click Next, and this is a summary of what we're gonna do, and finish. There we go. So we created virtual machine right here. This is the first one. So I'm going to install one more. Right click, New Virtual Machine. Click Next. So I'm going to name this VM2. And the same location. This is the default location. You can change it to a different location if you want. Click Next. So for this virtual machine, I'm going to go with the Generation 2. This is the newer version. And this virtual machine generation provides support for newer virtualization features as UEFI-based firmware. Only with a UEFI-based firmware. If your computer has BIOS, you cannot go with the Generation 2, and requires a supported 64-bit guest operating system. All right, so click Next. Okay, so you need to allocate the RAM, startup memory. So we're gonna go with 2 gigs, 2048 megabyte. So you're gonna click Next. On this one, we're gonna click on use the dynamic memory for this virtual machine. For this virtual machine. But for the first one, I didn't do it, but for this one, I did. So click Next. So again, you're going to connect it to the network. We're going to connect it to the internal network this time. Click Next. And now this is the time to create a virtual hard disk. So name, you can name it anything you want, vm2.vhdx. This the vhdx is the extension, and this is the newer version. And the same location, you can change it. And size, I bump it up to 250 gigs and click next. All right. So again, I don't have the installation DVD. I don't have the operating system, so I'm going to install it later. Install an operating system later. Go with this, click next, and this is the summary, what we're going to install and create. Click finish. This is it. So we created 2 virtual machines in this server. So virtual machine 1, virtual machine 2. This is it for this demonstration. Thanks for watching.